From agriculture to tourism, where Kenya is marketing underserved tourist attractions to boost tourism earnings, leveraging increased demand for wellness and nature activities. The Kenya Tourism Board has embarked on its Magical Trails series, this time featuring the slopes of Aberdares. Stakeholders deemed the Aberdares Magical Trails as a new frontier in ecotourism, thrusting counties of Nyeri, Laikipia, Nyandarua, Kiambu and Murang'a family on the adventure map. Joining us live for more from Nyandarua County is Regina Manyara, who's of course going to give us more ideas on what's happening there and of course going to explain to us why Aberdares are becoming the new tourism attraction in Mount Kenya. Regina, it's nice to see you. Good evening.
Thank you very much, O'Brien, and kindly excuse our mode of dressing tonight. As you can see, the temperatures here are ranging between 17 degrees Celsius and 16, and it's bound to get a little bit cold as we move into the night. Nonetheless, we are in the heart of the Thompson Falls Lodge, an establishment that has been open for the last 95 years. Now, this particular facility, being in this county, one of the main beneficiaries of the Magical Trails strategy that has been coined to ensure that Kenya deal not just during the high peaks marked by the wildebeest migration from Masai Mara, Serengeti into Kenya, but an all-round calendar for tourists, both international and domestic. This is the third edition of the Bargatuni Mountain Run. We also had the Magharibi Trails just to try and open up these particular underserved sectors and draw business there. A view of what to expect in the Magical Trails is none other than Alan Njoroge, who is a company secretary, Kenya Tourism Board. What to expect from this particular trail, and why would one want to actually be here and not in Masai Mara, for example?
Thank you so much. We are quite happy that you've joined us here today as we the Aberdare leg of our Magical Kenya. This is a deliberate effort by KTB to diversify our tourism offering, and we have identified adventure tourism as one of those things that Kenya to offer the world. We can invite both local and national tourists to come. So whilst our visitors to visit the Masai Mara, we are also both our domestic and international viewers that Kenya has so much more to offer, and this is one of those products.
Why adventure? What has changed with the what the traveler right now wants? What is actually fueling this particular uptick?
Yes, so of course our strategic focus on tourism is informed by global trends that we've seen in the travel sector. The post-COVID traveler wants to have an active vacation. They want immersive travel. They also want meaningful connections. So venture tourism and especially the trails product is able to answer all of this. It is able to give the traveler who wants who's eco-conscious opportunity a low impact travel into a destination such as ours. It is able to give a visitor who's into wellness an opportunity to be in environments. It is able to offer somebody who wants an opportunity to give them physical challenges like what we are going to experience at Satima, and also somebody who's looking for meaningful engagements. They want out of vehicle experiences that probably Safari has not offered previously. They are able to local communities and guides and people like that, and that is what the modern tourist wants. The
personal or the interactive tour experience from the trails from nature is those who are deemed fit are those who actually participate in this. So would you think that is inclusive or exclusive in manner of speech?
No, of course, the trail product it has various ways to look at it. There is very active travel or adventure that, for example, in high altitude times, but we also have more and less involving nature trails that are not, for example, going up a mountain. I can just be walking through very flat forest areas, and Kenya has a lot of those to offer, and this becomes a very inclusive that anybody can enjoy.
So far, urging counties to just come out in this particular underserved regions so far for this particular trail. Who have you been working with, and that experience being as we bring this to a close?
Yeah, so you're right. Of course, KTB works very closely with product owners, and in this case, counties have become a key partner for us. Each of these legs of the adventure series, because we are able to work with them. First, identify the potential trail product in their counties, and every county has something that they can offer, and then we are working with them to map it out, to look into what infrastructural issues that need to be addressed, for example, signage and mapping and facilities. So for this particular one, we worked very closely the county government of Nyandarua, as well as Nyeri, where we will be also trekking on day 2, that's on Saturday, and to work with each county that is traversed by at the end of the day, is so that the end effect is that the local communities benefit and are enriched by the tourism income that will come from
Right. Very well said. As you've heard, O'Brien, as early as tomorrow, 5 a.m., those who have come to bear witness to the Aberdare magical trails that is happening for the next 3 or 4 days, depending on, how you see it, are going to be heading for a trek and a hike. And the ultimate goal of this particular trail series is going to be getting to the very top of the crown jewel. I'm talking about Oldonyo Lesaima. That is the highest point of the Aberdare there. Remember, the Aberdare cuts across as a point of, ecotourism, as well as being the source of water to a larger part of the county as a central, tabs on the development is open, so both local and national tourism on adventure tourism. Diversification is a strategy that the Kenya Tourism Board is embarking on, works towards attracting tourists by the year 2030.
Well, thank you very much indeed, Regina Manyara. And of course, she's coming to us from one of the highest towns in Kenya. This is the town of Nyahururu, and that's why the signal reception there is not one of the best, because you can imagine this town has an elevation of about 2,360 meters above sea level. That's very, very high. Well, she'll be giving us more information about what's happening in the Mount Kenya tourism circuit.